Hey guys, what's up? Today is Friday, February the 3rd. We got 8 games on the schedule. I got a couple of picks, a few leans. There are some interesting matchups, so let's dive right into the action and see what we got for tonight. First game, Sacramento, Indiana. Sacramento is currently a 3.5 point favorite. I had Sacramento favored by 1.5 in this game. Sacramento is going to be playing without De'Aaron Fox, arguably their best player. In my opinion, he's going to be out for tonight for personal reasons. The Pacers are going to be on the second night of a back-to-back. They lost a very, very close game yesterday to the Lakers. Tyrese Halliburton made his return after a long, I think, 10 games or so absence. He was out for a while, came back yesterday, was effective immediately, had a very nice game, something like 20 and 10, 20 points, 10 assists, around his averages for the season. He made the All-Star team this year. Impressive. He's been having a good season, even though he has missed quite a few games in the first half of the season. The Pacers, like I just said, they are on the second night of a back-to-back. We will have to see what his status is going to be for tonight. Teams tend to not play their players that come back from injury on back-to-back games. I don't know if he's gonna be playing tonight or not. I will be following this line, even though I am leaning on a play with the Kings tonight and this 3.5. I think this line is inflated. It will be drawing a lot of action for the Pacers. They are a good home team. I know people love taking them when they're at home. This line is a little inflated for De'Aaron Fox to be being out of the lineup. I'm going to be looking to take a play with the Sacramento Kings in this game. Next game, Atlanta at Utah. Utah is currently favored by 1.5. I had Utah favored by 2. I am leaning on a play for the Hawks in this game, guys, for the simple fact that this is a motivation factor type of game. Atlanta has a couple players. They're starting backcourt. Trae Young, DeJounte Murray got snubbed, did not make the All-Star team this season, despite having some pretty good numbers. Especially Trae, he was used to being a starter a couple of straight seasons, if I'm not mistaken. This year he got left completely off the team. I think he's going to want to prove something tonight against the Jazz. Utah got Lauri Markkanen in the All-Star game, deservedly so. I think he's been playing very well first half of the season, and he's been playing in a lot of games. Not really. I think he's only missed a couple games due to injury, and he's been playing great, averaging I think 20 plus. Leading Utah, an overachieving Utah team in my opinion. After they broke up their team from last season, they're holding on, and currently, guys, they're actually in the 8th spot in the West. I did expect them to be out of the playoff contention, but they're up there, holding on. Good road record, 18 and 9. In my opinion, guys, I'm going to take the motivation factor in this game, and this short line does give me a little more confidence in taking the Hawks in this game with the plus 1.5. So these are my two picks for tonight, guys. So far, Sacramento with the minus 3.5 and Atlanta with the plus 1.5. These are the two sides that I'm looking at as of now. I also got a few leans on the rest of the games. Portland at Washington. Washington is currently favored by 3 points. I had Washington favored by 5. They're on a 6-game winning streak. In this game, guys, I did expect the Blazers to be without Jeremy Grant. He missed the second half of their last game against Memphis after hitting the back of his head on a foul. He did not return with a concussion symptoms. I didn't expect him to play in tonight's game, but the injury report tonight states otherwise. He's going to be listed as probable. This is kind of a short line. I am leaning on taking a possible play on the Blazers in this game. This is going to be one of my leans for tonight. Another game that I am looking at is the game between Toronto and Houston. Toronto is a huge 7.5 point favorite. This is a strange line. Okay, we know Houston is one of the they're in the trio of the league, which I consider the trio of doom. Houston, San Antonio, and Detroit. Those are the 3 worst teams in the league in my opinion. Even though Houston, guys, they've won a couple straight games, playing pretty decently. Can they extend that to 3? I don't know, guys. This 7.5 point line is 2 points higher than what I had estimated. And with all the rumors floating around Toronto with players getting traded, moving along, and the team breaking up, this is a very high line. I do expect a ton of money to be coming in on the Rockets in this game. If I were to bet this, I'd probably take Toronto with the minus 7.5, even though it is very, very risky. most likely than not, I won't be touching that game. But a lean is on the Raptors. So yeah, guys, this is what I'm looking at for tonight. My two plays are going to be on Sacramento and Atlanta as of now. And I also got a couple of leans on Portland and Toronto. As always, guys, my final plays, I always post them in my Telegram channel and on my Twitter. As you can see on the top of the screen, the links are right there. Because we know, especially now with the trade deadline coming or just around the corner, just 6 days away, anything can happen still. We are very, very careful. Also, I just read on the front page of ESPN, Kyrie Irving just requested a trade. This guy is just he's so good, but it's just such a head case, man. It's tough to, he's so talented and so valuable as a player, but he is just somebody that you just don't know what you're going to get from. That's why, guys, I do expect a lot of action during this trade deadline period. We're going to have to be monitoring everything until last minute. A lot of things can happen. Like I mentioned in yesterday's video, guys, I remember just a couple years ago, some players would be warming up to start the game and they would pull them just right before tip-off and tell them they were traded. It is very tough. We got to be very careful during this time. And yeah, guys, that's it. That's all I got for you guys tonight. More on my Telegram and my Twitter later on when we finalize our plays. Guys, if you like my analysis, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell if you haven't done that already. I would appreciate the support. And that's it, guys. That's all I got for you guys right now. See you in the next video, which will be later on after tonight's action on the overnight betting preview for tomorrow's games on Saturday. Later, guys.